Okay, starting a video of my March counterfeit kit. First off are the stamps. This has never been used, this set, and it's close to my heart, called American Celebration. This one is close to my heart, called Simple Memories. This is Treasures. This one is the Canvas Art Workshop set. This one is called Just Be You. This one is called Instant Memories. And this one is called Sightseer Everyday Life. And I've not used this one either. And yes, I did take the buttons off my stamps to give myself more room. This one is called Ice Crystals. I did it for this shape because there was something in the counterfeit kit or in the original kit that had kind of sort of this shape, so that's kind of what I pulled that one for. Alright, let me get to my pattern papers and my stickers. I kind of did a variety of paper and stickers. Most of my pattern paper are crepe paper. There's a few other odds. This one is from the On Trend collection, and this is probably a cheaper set because it's all one-sided. Love this pattern. Love this one as well. And I chose this piece of paper to pull out a lot of embellishments from. This one is a cut-apart sheet, as is this one. That's from the On Trend collection. This one is from the DIY shop. Love that sunburst pattern on there. This is from the same collection. Love this soft watercolor look on this one. And then a cut apart from that collection. And then from the Storyteller collection. Well, I thought there was more than just, I guess maybe just that one. Then I pulled a couple of sheets of cardstock. I think these are all from Basil. This is a pretty yellow. This one is kind of a mauve-y pink. And then, oh wait, I think this is the more from that Storyteller collection. Let me pull these up here. I think they are anyway. That's just a branding strip. These are some cut-aparts from that collection. And then these are from the crate, just random collection papers, I guess, or maybe it's called a random collection. I don't know. I love that red dot on that gray background. Love that yellow. I think that's one of the things that I loved about the original collection, is it had so much yellow in it. It felt so springy. I placed an order with the company just a bit ago, and when I did, they sent me some additional things. Let me show you. This is a piece of paper that I ordered. Of course, everybody has to have this doily vellum that we've all seen the designers use, and it's crepe paper flea market collection. And so I ordered that, and then in the package, oh wait, I ordered this one too, that bokeh, beautiful bokeh heart piece of paper. And this one is double-sided. It's got a graph type paper on the back of it. I ordered those two, and then they sent me these extras. I got this beautiful bokeh vellum, green dot vellum. They sent me this piece of crate from the flea market line, that really soft pink in the plates on one side. Then this beautiful navy and cream dot, and those cut aparts on that side. I don't think I'll use, could cut that out, or maybe some of those dollar signs or random little things out of there, but I don't see using a lot of this like these. Not really my style, this vintagey type stuff, but love that. And then this one, I love these because these are all pretty current. And this, if it's not this piece of paper, there's one really, really close in the kit to counterfeit this month. There's a gold piece of vellum. And I'll have you know I had to stand in line at Michael's several months ago to get that because they'd been out for such a long time, and they finally got some in, and I think everyone who was there that day was getting gold vellum. These are some stickers that I just ordered. They're probably older collections, but I'm okay with that. I like the stickers, and I think I can use them in other things because I don't have any of these, the part of the collections that they go to. I just kind of threw them in as like the yellow elements, the blue elements, the brown. There's some red in the collection, orange. I thought I'd probably get some good use out of these. And these. Both these sets are jelly bean soup. This one is pasta fagioli, maybe. Atomic soup for this one. This is a cut-apart sheet, and it is from jelly bean soup, from chilled strawberry soup. It's called pea pod parts. But I just love those yellow elements and the brown and the pinks. I think it matches all the papers that I chose quite a bit. This is another jelly bean soup from Blossom Soup. It's a pea pod parts. And again, more of those yellows and oranges and blues and pinks. This one is from an Echo Park collection, So Happy Together. And it's the element stickers from that collection. But I thought it matched a lot of the papers that I pulled, the same color schemes. This one is Echo Park, and it's Photo Freedom, Happy Little Moments. Who doesn't love the little potty people? And I love it has the months in there, so I may be able to pull some photos from lots of different months to use. And that pretty alphabet. This one is Photo Freedom Volume 1, and it's the Echo Park Element stickers. Again, this one has the months. This one also has days of the week and white with colored words, and then colored with white words. All those random little numbers, love that. Love that little pie chart. And that kind of reminds me of an element that was in the inspiration kit this month too. So that's all of the papers that I pulled, and I know I pulled a ton of them. Now let me start going through the embellishments. I found this in my stash. I don't know. It's from Want to Scrap. I don't know that I'll use the swirly portions of it. I may just cut it apart and use the individual blings because of the yellow in it. Sorry, I had to make more room. These are some enamel dots that I had left over from Teresa Collins' He Said, She Said. You can see they have the yellow. I pretty much used up the turquoise blue in that collection, but there's a few. And the gray ones, they're still all there. These are a couple of Recollections flares that I have left over. They're like epoxy stickers, and I got them at Michael's, gosh, like 100 years ago, and I've used a couple off there, but I think some of the colors in here might be doable with this kit, but if I don't use them this time, I think they're going in the trash, in my giveaway box. And I actually had two of that set, which you can see I've used a couple of them before, but not very many. I just pulled some sequins, and I keep my sequins in an old Crystalite jug like this, and I just buy the multi-package. And so when I have a smaller kit and I don't want to separate them out and pull out just a specific color, I put them in something like this, a small container. Here's a couple more little Dear Lizzie flares that are just left over. Some brads that I have left over. I can't remember if this was a basic gray or maybe a Recollections set. I don't remember. They've been in my stash for a long time. This is from a Lush collection. These are brads from the green Lush collection. More enamel dots from My Mind's Eye, The Sweetest Thing, by Jen Allison. And it looks like I have 2 sets of the same family, but they're not quite all the same color. The yellow is a little bit deeper on this package. The peach is a little bit lighter on this one. This orange is a little bit lighter, and of course it has green where there's the brownie gray on that side. This one's from the Tangerine collection, and this is from the Honey collection. These are some embellishments I picked up at Tuesday Morning a couple of weeks ago for 99 cents, and it's the Pebbles, and they're like chipboard stickers with lots of foam adhesive underneath to pad it up and make it a little bit taller. I might pull that out. These are enamel stickers in little squares. And these have been in my collection forever. They're Miss Elizabeth. When I first started scrapping, you know, the only scrapbook store I had close to me was, it wasn't a scrapbook store, so the only place I could get scrapbook stuff in my town was a Dollar Tree that had just opened up. And they had stacked the shelves with Miss Elizabeth stuff. And I bought a ton of it, and I still have some of it left, not too much of it. This is a set of brads that I bought. I think I got these at, yeah, I got these at Tuesday Morning. And so they're a Studio Calico epoxy brad set. And I don't see the collection that it's from. These are some Basil Element plastic rose brads. All the brads that I've had like this in this package that I've used up, I've popped the brad portion of it off and just used the plastic rose. They're good, but they're thick elements. I don't know if you can see that. They're pretty thick. These are close to my heart elements, and I actually have, I've had 2 packages at one time, so I have the little pins with the yellow roses here, and then this big brownish rusty color flower. 2 of those here, the aqua colored, and then more of the rose pins there. These are more close to my heart flowers in 3 different, the plastic ones there, and then the fabric ones here, and then I still have fabrics in 1 plastic one from the second collection that I had. From my own stash, I pulled in what little bit of bling that I have that's yellow, which, as you can see, it's not too much. Sorry about that glare. I just, once I take it out of a package, I put it into a little plastic baggie with light colors and light bits and pieces, like different collections come with different things, or I buy different things with little bits of color in them. Like this was part of a big swirly piece that I cut off bits and pieces of it and just kept that little piece and thought, well, I might cut it apart and use it for something, and as yet I haven't, and it's probably been in my stash for a couple of years. These are pink spare parts from Hobby Lobby, and they have been in my collection, in my stash, for a very long time. I bought them for a project, I want to say a couple of years ago when I was making my second granddaughter an album, and then I ended up didn't use them, and she's 2.5 now. These are just bits and bobs of older pieces that I have left, flowers, and I just stick them in here. Whatever was originally in the package had been on clearance sale for $2.39, and I've just continued to add stuff in. I added in a couple, 3 white tags from my collection. I added in a ton of, these are the jars that I keep my wood veneers in. And I went through each of my little veneer bowls and I pulled out all kinds of little pieces. I have stars and hearts and stars, cameras, birds, arrows, potty people, a house, little frames. So lots of random little pieces. I don't know that I'll use all of them, and it's okay if I don't because they'll go back into my stash really nicely. I pulled out some random bits of scrap paper from my black scrap drawer. Quite a bit of stuff in here. These are all the black pieces from my black pattern paper scraps that I thought, because I didn't have a lot of black in the papers that I pulled, so I pulled all these bits and pieces of black thinking, well, maybe I'll get some use out of them, and if not, well, they can either go back in the scrap bin or they can go in the trash. More epoxy squares. Yeah, don't have any recollection of where these even came from, but I have some left over in the yellow, and I thought, well, maybe this month with all the yellow in the kit, I'll get to use those. These are SEI, and I actually did an album with this collection, the Dill Blossom, or not an album. I did a whole like family reunion set of layouts. There were probably 10 or 15 layouts that I did using this Dill Blossom collection to go in my family reunion albums, and this is what I have left over. There was actually 2 packs of these epoxy stickers, and this is what I have left of both packs. So I use those quite a bit. These have been in my collection forever. Pink Paisley Sweetness doodads. I thought with that yellow, that dark pink, that green, and lighter pink, these might actually get used up this time. I've pulled them out for several kits and I've never used them. Ah, guess what? Miss Elizabeth's Floral Accents. I bet everybody had these in their collection at one time. And I actually had about 4 packages of these. And I'm down to this. I think I still have a couple of packages of that one left. I also keep a jar of bits and bobs that can be all of my border strips. That, like this piece is a chipboard piece. That is a branding strip. Well, all of these are branding strips with the exception of a few of the bigger ones. Like that came off of, oh, I don't even remember the collection, but that was with this. And you can see I just thought that one, those colors would go really cute. And I don't know if I'm going to use, which side I'll use on some of these, but some of these are only one-sided. I remember that's a basic gray border sticker, and this is an SEI border sticker. There's quite a few close to my heart border strips in here. Branding strip tags left over, like that one from, looks like an Elemental paper line. This one's from Webster's Pages, Clean and Simple. So I have a ton of those that I thought, you know, they match the colors. So I just tossed them in. I picked these up a couple of weeks ago at Tuesday morning, I believe, and they're just little arrow brads. I may not use them as a brad part, and so I may just pop them up with little foam dots or something. Haven't quite made up my mind with that. Here is a random flare from my stash. I actually had it pulled for another kit and didn't use it, so left it sitting there to get used. So, and I've not used it, so I threw it in with these. This is, I had ordered a couple of things, and they didn't come in from this company. And anyway, the owner of the company sent me a really sweet card when she replaced a few things that weren't in my order on the back of a Project Life card. So I threw this in here thinking that I could maybe use that side. And then along with that, as like a little I'm sorry gift, she gave me these. This one's Ellie's Studio, and this one is Lily Bee Design. Those are stickers, and these are cut aparts, but I thought, you know, perfect colors. These are, I had ordered these cork shapes in hearts and stars. I didn't realize, you know, they were going to have a really thick piece of elemental foam on the back of the cork. This cork is kind of thick, but I think I'll be able to get some use. I didn't put the whole package in here. I just put part of the package. Let's see. I added to my kit, I have this piece, well, this whole spool of ribbon and this pink wired ribbon. You can pull the wires out. You just have to grab hold of them and, you know, and I use like some tweezers or something to hold on to it and then pull that whole piece out. And so that's what I cut off, like a little bit over a 12-inch section, just so hopefully I can use it on something, because I have had that ribbon in my stash for probably, I don't know, 10 years and I've never used it. This is a little glassine bag. It's not really glassine, it's a paper bag from, it's almost like parchment paper, from Close to My Heart that I threw in. That's the bigger one and that's the smaller one. I also have a couple of smaller bags from Recollections, Michaels and Recollections. There's that one, and there's this one. That's just a little craft bag. I kind of wish they'd done this, the inside part on the outside of this one. Maybe I can take it apart and re-put it back together with the glassine side, because they actually have the glassine side on the inside of this. This is one of the things that I ordered that love those paper clips. I've never had any shape paper clips before, and I have 3 different kinds with this one. With this that I threw in with this kit, hoping to get some use out of. That's the paper clips. I maybe threw in 3 different kinds, maybe just the 2. I don't see the other set. These are the hearts. Aren't they cute? This is a little thank you gift for ordering that she sent me, but I thought it's like a burlap ribbon. It's wired, and of course that wire can be pulled out. That's not a big thing. But look at that aqua and white in there. Just love that. I thought, I bet I can get some use out of that on some of my pages with this kit. I also grabbed in some ribbons from my stash. I have a jar that I keep all the ribbons that have been cut apart already, or last bits of a spool. And this is a pretty big section. I don't remember if I bought it like this or if I pulled it off a spool, whichever. I mean, it ended up, and I used just little rubber bands, little hair bands to go around them. And this is yellow. I know this one's from Recollections, and I want to say that one might be close to my heart and this one might be close to my heart, but I'm not going to swear to it. I pulled in some journal cards. What I did with this collection, the last couple of times I've gone through, or the last time I put a kit together, I went through my color bins and made, for February, the shortest month of the year, I made the largest kit I've made in a long time. It was ginormous. So this time I went through, I pulled out my yellow bin and I pulled a few things from there. But I pulled out some journaling tags, and I love this because it's got all the different colors. Love that little flourish on there. And these were all K & Company. This one was not with these, but I almost want to say that one was a K & Company too, but I'm not going to swear to it. You know, my stuff has been, I've had some of this stuff in my stash forever. This was a different package, I believe, or it may, yeah, because it's a different shape at the top. So these two were in a different package, but they have a lot of the same colors. And this one, I want to say, was actually probably in a basic gray package. I have a KI Memories journal stack that I bought, and these are all from that. I thought they were the softer colors, and I may be able to get some use out of them. I've had them in and out of kits multiple times, and I still have a ton of them, but I'm just going to keep plugging along. This is, I placed an order with Ellie Studio a long time ago, and I still have bits and pieces from that I ordered. And these are some of the ones, like that one there is like the one on the very top there. I've used several of them, but there's still several in this package that I hope maybe I'll get used up this time. This is a cut apart page that I have used bits and pieces off of, and so this is what I have left. I'm hoping to get some use out of that, as well as these two cards. These were also Ellie Studio. And then I have, this one was on a punch out page. I don't even remember who the manufacturer was, but on one of those die cut pages that, you know, is full of journal cards and whatever. So I punched that out and it got tossed randomly into either left on my desk or into one of my color bins. Probably my yellow, since I went through some of my yellow. These were printouts that I printed out, but it's got that gray and the yellow on these that I thought would work. It's got the gray and a little like aqua-y arrow at the top of this one. This has a little bit of brown and then that butterfly there, and I figure I could put some bling right down the middle to give that butterfly, the butterfly wings, a little body. And that one has a tandem bicycle. But I thought those were all really cute journal cards, and I thought I'd get some use out of them. These are actually, I think, pulled from my pink bin, and they are SEI cut-aparts, and these are from forever ago. I don't have a manufacture date or anything on them, but I just remember I got them at a scrapbook convention probably at least maybe 6 or 7 years ago. It was one of the freebies that SEI was giving out because I went to a class, and the big card sheets, there were 12 by 12s, wouldn't fit into my stash, so I just cut them down, and these are just bits that I found in my pink box. I pulled out several doilies. There's 4 smallish doilies to play with this time. I pulled out these stickers that I've had. I just got them in an order not very long ago from Lily Bee Design. They're Sweet Shop labels, and I thought they match perfectly with the colors that I've pulled from my kit. In the kit this time they had aqua buttons, and so I pulled out my aqua buttons, my blue buttons that had aqua buttons in them, and I just grabbed up, you know, several of the ones. Some of them match, some of them don't, but I wasn't real specific. I just was looking for the right color, and I pulled them out to put in this kit. And I am actually going to put these in one of these little baggies because they're going to get buried down in the bottom, and I'm not going to remember they're there. I pulled several alphabets. Well, I showed you. Did I show you this black set? Oh, here's the other little set of shaped paper clips. These are the little arrows that I ordered that I have, that I've put into this kit. I ordered 2 sets of them, and originally only 1 set came in of this one, and I believe maybe the cameras, or maybe it was the hearts, or maybe both of these came in. Anyway, I had ordered 2 sets of each, and only 1 set of 2 of them came in. So when she sent me an apology, she sent me a few extra doodads in that order, and I was so appreciative. This is a Pebbles alphabet set. It is called ABC stickers. They're black, they're flat. Nothing really spectacular about them. These have been in my stash for a long time. These are making memories. They're a felt alpha, and they're that pretty pink. I'm hoping, I've never used these, not even once, and they've been in my collection for a while, and I actually got them at Tuesday morning for a really decent price. It was a whole kit that came together, like, or not a whole kit, a stack of like different making memories embellishments. There were like 10 different packages of things together, and it came out to be $4.99 for all of them. And I think I've pretty much used everything that was there, with the exception of these pink letters. These are from Scrapworks. How old is that company, y'all? I hadn't heard from them in a long time. But this is such a soft pink, and I thought it would go really well. And you can see I've only used a couple of those stickers. These 2 are basic gray. I have a lighter salmon-y pink color, and then this one brighter reddish pink color. This one is from Indie Bloom, and I have no idea what this one is from. This one has not been used, and this one has only been used maybe once. A couple of letters are missing off of it. And then this thicker set is from American Crafts. It's called Taffy, and it's a glittered alphabet, and I've used it on a couple of different layouts, but not very many because I don't tend to use these stickers very often, only because they're a pain in the butt to get to stick down. So that's my kit. I probably won't start working on it for a little while. I go to a 3-day crop during National Scrapbook Weekend, the first weekend in May, and I'm hoping to get some use out of that. But here in a little bit, I'll come back and I'll show you I put together a November kit last November and only just barely got it used up. So I'll come back with the layout share and show you what I have left of that kit.